Hello and welcome to another Bear Beer review. Today we're going to be trying Goose Island's IPA, the India Pale Ale. This is brewed by Goose Island in Chicago, but I believe Goose Island now actually owned, but I think it's Budweiser. But they still produce the same kind of craft ales, they just have a bit more backing and funding. I've tried a couple of Goose Ales before, and this one was recommended to me by the guy in the bottle shop over in Spates in Beverly. So I thought I'd give it a try. This is one of his favourites. So without further ado, I'll pop it open. Now we tried, oops, oh god, I'm getting terrible at this. Now we tried loads of IPAs before. You know, just a very heavily hopped pale ale really. So we'll see what this take on it. Right from the get-go, can you see the colour on that? It's absolutely rich and luscious, and it's carbonated as hell as well. Can you see how it's an absolutely wonderful, deep kind of deep coppery colour, and completely clear and see-through. Actually, it's a tiny little bit hazy, but that's fine. There is a lot of carbonation inside the glass, and there is a massive three-finger head. Absolutely loads of frothing going on there. I mean, it looks just like you'd expect from an IPA. That wonderful deep colour, and I can smell the aroma coming off it. And I've only managed to pour out. There's still a bit left in the bottle as well. So I'll pop my nose and give it a smell. Oh yeah. The esters, the fruity esters are just pummeling out of this beer. Really kind of typical grapefruit. American hop varieties have this fantastic grapefruity smell to them, and this one's just abundant in it. Although there's a little something else going on as well. There's a little bit of spice, kind of a hint of maybe some more traditional English style hops, or European hops I should say. It's not as fruit bomby as some other IPAs. There's a little bit more depth to it, which could be quite interesting. Apart from that, you can't really smell much in the way of malt body, I don't think. Mainly hop forward. I mean, you expect an IPA to be hop forward anyway. So without further ado, cheers guys, let's give it a try. Oh, nice. Now that is quite interesting. I might not be able to smell a malt body, but it most certainly has quite a rich and oh, kind of dark flavour. It almost tastes quite dark sugary. It's somewhere between biscuit and getting into those darker roasted and dark molasses sort of flavours. Nice kind of in between midi flavour, and that's quite prominent right on the forefront of the palate. That's the first thing you get, and then the hops come through. So it's not as hop forward as other IPAs, and especially American IPAs I've tried. Give it another taste. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more malt presence. The hop flavours are very typical American IPA. Those fruity esters, the grapefruit flavours coming through. There's a nice little bit of spicy kick to the end of it as well. I'll just pour out while we're chatting. Nice spicy kick to the end of it as well, which is a nice little layer of depth. And there's a residing malty flavour too, which is quite, that's an interesting little take on it. I usually get these massive hop bombs that are bitter and fruity, just fruit, grapefruit and lemon and citrus of all kinds, and a wash of bitterness. This one has a very nice and pleasant bitterness. It's definitely pronounced. It's up there in the IPA ranges. It's bitter enough to kind of call it an IPA, but it also has a nice, very rich and deep malt body too, and that's something quite special. This is a very different take on an IPA, on an American IPA, and I really like it actually. It's fantastically easily quaffable. It is 5.9%, so it's not. It's quite strong, really. It is quite strong. Oh, actually, I didn't notice that on the back. It does tell you what glass it tells you. It tells you to serve it in a thistle glass. It's close enough to a thistle glass. It's close enough. What was that? Yeah, it's very easily quaffable for 5.9%. It's very, very smooth as well. It's nice and kind of almost like you're kind of drinking froth. It kind of flows down your throat. It's not aggressive on carbonation, but it's definitely carbonation there, as you can tell by how much head there is. And I'd say mouthfeel is it's certainly medium bodied, but again it's kind of on the heavy side of medium bodied as well. It has a nice level of chunkiness to it, a nice bite, a kind of, you get your teeth thrown. I always find mouthfeel kind of hard to describe, but when you have a really weak lager, if you try an off the shelf lager, you'll know what I mean by a light body. They're very weak and very watery, and in some beer styles that works if you try a proper German Pilsner or a Helles or a Czech beer, a Czech Pilsner. That you can tell that the light body really helps them to be clear and clear cut. Most other ales tend to have a bit more body to them, and this one has almost enough body to be kind of thick, but nowhere near as thick as other beers like the Black Sheep Imperial Stout that we tried. It's Russian Imperial Stout we tried last night. So this is it's got quite a bit of chunk to it. So it kind of transcends boundaries a little bit. It's definitely an IPA from the bitterness, but I like this malt body on it. It gives it a nice, interesting edge. I think I'm probably going to give this a nice 8.5 out of 10. Again, I have tried better pale ales, India pale ales in my opinion. I've tried better India pale ales, but this one's slightly different. I like it a little bit innovative. It's a little bit different from your standard IPAs that I think you'd have. It's got a little bit more malt body than I was expecting, and I really like that. So it's another great beer by Goose Island. I just noticed, by the way, the bottle cap, which I think is pretty cool actually. It's just a little goose, but hey, goes with the branding. Yeah, give it a try. Goose Island always seem to make good beers. I don't think I've tried a Goose Island beer that I do not think is good. So they're a very easy one. They're super easy to get your hands on as well. They're all, if you know, you can find a bottle shop that sells Brooklyn Brewery, and anywhere that sells Belgian ales, you tend to find Goose Island there as well. So give them a shot, and like, favourite, comment, subscribe to the video, tell me what you think of Goose Island's India Pale Ale. I definitely like it, and I shall see you all again on the next baby review. Cheers.